30 days, 720 hours. Every single dollar I spent. Tracked. No exceptions. What I discovered completely shattered my assumptions about my money, and it could change yours too. Hi, I'm from the channel, and today I am sharing the shocking results of a personal experiment, tracking every single dollar I spent for an entire month. No caffeine runs, no random snacks, no ignoring small purchases. Every cent counted. I started by logging every transaction in a simple spreadsheet. According to research from the American Journal of Consumer Psychology, people underestimate small daily spending by up to 40%. Yes, even the $3 coffee. I also categorized everything into essentials, treats, subscriptions, and surprise expenses. The goal? Total awareness. Week 1 was brutal. I discovered I was spending more than $50 a week on coffee alone. Subscriptions I'd forgotten about. $37. Random impulse buys. $42. It's amazing how quickly these tiny numbers add up and how invisible they become when you don't track them. By week 2, the experiment started to change my behavior almost automatically. Research shows that people who track expenses consistently spend 20 to 30% less without even trying. I moved to cash for my coffee, canceled a few subscriptions, and noticed I was more mindful about every purchase. By the end of 30 days, the results were staggering. I saved over $250 just by noticing where my money was going. I cut my unnecessary spending by almost 40%. And the most surprising part, I felt less stressed about money. Knowing exactly where every dollar went gave me control I didn't even realize I was missing. So, what can you do? Here are 3 quick tips from my experiment. Track literally everything, even small cash purchases. Categorize your spending. Know what's essential versus discretionary. Review weekly small adjustments compound over time. Experts agree. Just tracking expenses can increase savings by up to 30% in the first month. Imagine what happens in 6 months or a year. If you're ready to take control of your money, start tracking today. Comment below. How much do you think you waste without even noticing? And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, research-backed ways to grow your wealth without complicated strategies. 30 days. Every single dollar tracked, from that $3 coffee in the morning to the tiny online subscriptions I'd completely forgotten. What I discovered shook me, and it will probably shock you too. The truth about your money isn't what you think. Hi, I'm here today to dive deep into a personal experiment I did, tracking every single cent I spent for an entire month. And the results, let's just say my wallet and my mindset will never be the same. It all started because I realized I had no clue where my money was going. Small purchases add up faster than you think. A study from the American Journal of Consumer Psychology found that people underestimate small daily spending by up to 40%. That's like literally throwing money away without noticing. So, I made a plan. Log every single transaction, every coffee, every late night snack, every forgotten subscription. No exceptions. And I documented everything in a simple spreadsheet. It was like turning on the lights in a dark room full of hidden leaks. Week 1 hit me like a ton of bricks. I realized I was spending more than $50 a week on coffee alone. Not to mention snacks and random impulse buys. Subscriptions I had forgotten about. $37. That little streaming app I signed up for just to try. $12 a month. Every month. All together, I was easily losing $150 a week without realizing it. That's nearly $600 a month, vanishing into thin air. And honestly, it was kind of depressing. But here's the thing. Seeing it in black and white made me wake up. By week 2, I started making small changes without feeling deprived. I switched to cash for my daily coffee, canceled a subscription I barely used, and packed lunch instead of eating out. And here's the crazy part. Research shows that just tracking your expenses can reduce spending by 20 to 30% without even trying. I could feel it happening. I was more aware, more intentional, and less stressed. Week 3 revealed even bigger surprises. I realized I was spending way too much on convenience. Some free services were silently draining me. And tiny treats like $1 candy bars or $2 snacks were quietly eating my budget. By adjusting just a few small things, I had already saved over $100 without feeling like I was sacrificing anything. It felt like discovering money hidden in plain sight. By the end of 30 days, the results were shocking. Total money saved, over $250. Spending on non-essential items, down 40%. Stress about money, significantly lower. The biggest takeaway? Tracking money isn't about restriction. It's about awareness and control. Once you know where every dollar goes, you make smarter choices automatically. So, if you want to take control of your finances, start tracking your money today. You might be shocked at what you discover and what you can save. Comment below. What's the first expense you'd track if you tried this? And don't forget to subscribe for more simple, research-backed ways to grow your wealth. Thanks for watching.